enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in South Dakota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Insurance. Agency.
Good evening, Husky fans. We're coming to you live from the Dakota Valley Gym on the campus of the Dakota Valley High School here in North Sioux City, South Dakota. Tonight, your 25-9 Point-Jefferson Huskies are set to take on the 17-10 Dakota Valley Panthers. Huskies coming to the game rated number 3 in Region 4A, taking on the 2 seed here in the second round of the Region 4A playoffs, the Dakota Valley Panthers. This will be the second time these teams have faced off, first being August 31st, way back in August when it was still warm outside. Dakota Valley was able to pick up the victory in Elk Point that evening, 3-1. Jeff has returned this evening. He's back. He's going to take us through the starting lineups and get us ready to go here.
You hear that sound? That's the sound of disappointment from the fans. I'm back. Don't worry, I can't see too much. I'm sitting down behind the scoreboard, so Kristen will give us all the action. Like Kristen said, teams met earlier. A lot changes throughout the course of the season for both teams. So new matchup here tonight. Winner going into the Sodak 16. Again, Dakota Valley comes in with a record of 17-10. They will start number 2, Reagan Grandstrom, number 4, Emerson Mead, number 6, Cameron Somervold, number 12, Claire Munch, 13, Sophie Tuttle, 15, J.C. Squire, and 20, Lauren Olhausen. I knew. We tried it earlier. I figured I was going to mess it up. Sorry. Oh boy, now the lights are going out around here. Pay your bills here, Kristen. Pay your bills. All right, head coach is Eric Krentz, assistant coach Noah Marasco Ayu, and assistant coach Brittany Konachek. Again, Dakota Valley comes in with an overall record of 17-10, defeated Parker 3-0 in the opening round action of the tournament. Huskies come in with a record of 25-9 with a home victory over Vermilion 3-0 on Halloween. The Huskies will start Brewer, Neerman, Peed, Van Rocco, Schmitz, and Cobham, coming in with an overall record of 25-9, and then lost to the Panthers 3-1. And we'll pause for the playing.
Nope, it's starting lineups.
Starting lineups. Okay, well, we'll keep going here, I tell you. All right, so Huskies are coached by head coach Alicia Loyland, assisted by Tammy Gehring, and assistant coach Courtney Edelman. Again, the Huskies' overall record is 25-9. Huskies coming in on a nice little win streak. Big win over Madison, and then going into final regular season game, played Vermilion, turned right around. Within what, 5 days?
It was a week. Tuesday to Tuesday.
So a week, and played Vermilion again, and now here we are tonight. The winner going to this round of 16. Opening here to read before we get started. The broadcast of these playoff games has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the South Dakota High School Activity Association. This activity will be brought to you by this station, its advertisers, and the member schools of the South Dakota High School Activity Association. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. And we should be set for Dakota Valley Point-Jefferson rivalry. Throw in a little playoff action. Win or go home.
It's
should be exciting.
Going to be a good one. Obviously, these two communities are very familiar with each other. My case, for example, I do work here, so it was funny writing down. I got one daughter in the Huskies sweatshirt. I got the other daughter in the DV sweatshirt. So either way, one of them is going home happy. I won't say which is which because I don't want that kind of wrath brought down upon them.
Who's wearing the DV sweatshirt? I got that fixed right now.
She does have a Husky shirt underneath it, so she can switch back and forth. She's ready to roll.
I like it. And we come in. My key fob didn't work to get in, but I thought it was universal.
No.
I guess not.
Unfortunately not.
No,
Maybe that is a good thing. We don't know.
I talked to the head IT guy, too. He said he's not giving me authorization either. You guys are tough down here.
He's a smart guy.
I don't know. Gotta find a good idea to get this internet going quick.
Just finishing up starting lineups for Dakota Valley. Something to note, something we'll keep an eye on that I was informed today. Out the hitter for Dakota Valley, Sophie Tuttle, is 5 kills away from 1,000 career kills. So we'll see if she gets that this evening. That is obviously a big milestone. Any time you can get to 1,000 of anything in any sport. So she's 5 away.
What is she, a senior?
She's a senior.
Well, I'm not against any seniors, but if she stays that far away, I'm okay with it.
And it's Sophie. Sophie's one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet. My kids love her, so we'll see if she gets to that milestone tonight. I think the key for the Huskies coming in is they have to stay aggressive. You don't want that ball to come over easy to Dakota Valley so they can set up their offense. They got a lot of big hitters. They got Tuttle, they got Munch, they got Mead that'll just keep coming at you.
Start quick.
Yep, they got to get out.
That's big.
They got to get out and hit, try to get Dakota Valley out of system a little bit, get them out of rhythm, and hopefully be able to reset up their offense. So we are going to turn it over to the Dakota Valley Band, who is going to play the national anthem. The Dakota Valley Band is under the direction of Mr. Daryl Jessen. All right. Getting ready to go here. Lineups being checked. Getting ready for some playoff volleyball. It's funny, I already got a text message. I said one of my children is wearing a DV sweatshirt, and I already got a text message from somebody. They know exactly who it is, so of course you do. You know my family, you know who it is, but looks like the Huskies with Schmitz will get the first serve of the game. All right, here we go. Kind of get these first few points out of the way and then just settle in.
Yep, once you get it started here, quick start for whoever.
Yeah.
Gonna bode well, you think?
Yep. Squire sends that one outside to Tuttle. Over to Schmitz. Brewer to Heiritz with her first swing. Good dig by Granstrom. That one right back over the net to Heiritz. So Brewer outside to Peed. She goes line over the head of Squire. Peed will get her first kill of the night.
Peed excited. Tells you that kind of emotion involved here.
Yeah, pumped up. Good.
I like it.
Student section on both sides here. It is a little deceiving. The bleachers are a little farther back away from the playing surface, so it is a little odd sometimes. You feel like you're kind of out there on an island, but good first point for the Huskies, looking to keep it going here. Set back outside to Peed. She tips corner. Munch is able to get to that one, though. Squire, she'll set to Tuttle. Roll shot over. Dig by Neerman. Brewer outside again to Peed. Another big swing off the hands of the block of Summervold, and that's Peed 2 for 2 on the night. Good way for the senior to get it started.
Yeah, just going to say, senior coming out starting quick.
2 for 2.
Grace Peed was also commentator last night at church. Did a fantastic job.
I was also told today that she is an authority on hair tinsel.
Oh, in Adamant.
That's correct.
I hear you.
Yes.
Ace
For Sarah Schmitz.
Always good in volleyball. If it's happening for your team, of
That's
course.
right. This is, if you're the Huskies, this is exactly how you want to get things started. Kohlbaum pops that ball up to Neerman. Schmitz will take it over. Munch to Squire. Set to Summervold. Neerman gets her hands on it. Outside to Peed once again. She punches over. Dug by Munch. Tight to the net for Squire. Outside for Tuttle. Off of the hands of Heiritz. Granstrom can't make a play on the ball. 4-0 now in favor of the Huskies. And Coach Krenz is going to spend an early timeout. We'll be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
All the best sports shows, all the best games on 101.5 FM and 1570 AM for your college sports, University of South Dakota. For NHL coverage, Minnesota Wild. For NBA coverage, Minnesota Timberwolves. For MLB coverage, Chicago Cubs. And the best games in both college and the pros with the ESPN Radio featured games. Never miss out on the action.
All right, we're back.
Both teams were in the state tournament a year ago. Huskies finishing third. Dakota Valley finishing fifth. Trying to make a return appearance are the Huskies and Dakota Valley also.
You remember at the state tournament last year, the only loss for the Huskies and the only loss for the Panthers was to the eventual champion Sioux Falls Christian Chargers.
And they didn't lose very many.
No, they never lose very many. Kind of a machine up there,
We're
if you
talking
will.
sets,
Yep.
not even matches, just sets.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nice crowd here both ways. I like it.
Serve that time for Schmitz. That ball will go out of bounds. Tuttle will head back to the service line.
Coming out of that timeout. Mitch just a little missed serve, but nice start for the Huskies.
Good serve by Tuttle. Nice pass by Schmitz. Brewer outside to Heiritz. Roll shot off the hands of the block. Munch is there. Squire sets up Tuttle in the back row. That went off of the hands of Heiritz. Set back to Heiritz that time. Dug by Squire. That ball's tight to the net. Olhusen can't make a play. Had that ball gone over, though, Grace P. did a great job of following that one all the way over, but substitution on the Huskies side. Caitlin Van Rokel will check in. She'll go back to serve, replacing Grace P. That ball goes out to Munch. Great dig by Sarah Schmitz. Kohlbaum, who just moved to the front row, makes a play on the net, and she'll win that point.
Wins a toss right at the net there. Good job. Huskies starting quick, and that's something that they've kind of struggled with a little bit from time to time.
Yeah, everything's
Dakota
going.
Valley, region game.
Yep, everything's going right now for the Huskies. Couldn't ask for a better start. Great swing by Munch that time, but once again, Van Rokel's right there with the defense. Another hit by Colbaum. Man, the blockers from Dakota Valley are getting their hands on a lot of those balls that are coming over from Elk Point, but it's just taking enough off that it's turning into a kill on the other side.
Keep stretching it out here.
Tuttle to Squire. She sets up Somervold. She tips, and that ball is out past the end line.
Dakota Valley a little out of sorts early. Let's keep them that way.
Yeah, you can definitely see the body language on both sides of the net.
Long game, though. Lots of momentum. We've seen that many times. But right now, the Huskies have it all.
Oh, nice shot that time by Munch. Substitution on the Panthers side. Grandstrom will check out, as will Somervold.
I'm just making comments up here. Production manager says I jinxed this. I couldn't have. Don't let it happen. I'm sorry.
Stella Carlson just checked in the game for the first time for the Huskies. The Panthers. She'll sub back out now for Somervold. Another kill by Colbaum. Colbaum's firing up here to start the game. Grandstrom back in as well. On the Husky side, substitution. Pirates sits down. She's replaced by Ashley Brewer. Good dig that time by Van Rokel. Oh, outside, great job by Colbaum to keep that inside the antenna. That was about the only place she could have hit that ball, and kind of an offset that time by Courtney Brewer. That doesn't happen very often, but that was so far outside the antenna, the only place she could do is cut it back inside. And obviously that's not where the Panthers are set up to play defense. Squire sets up Munch. She hits that ball hard. That goes off of the tape and in front of Neerman. Munch will pick up her second kill of the night. 2 substitutions on the Panthers side. Number 7, Sammy Kimball checks in. She replaces Squire. Also checking into the game is number 1, Bria Perryman. She replaces Olhausen. Perryman comes in the front row. She's the setter now, where it had been Squire. First hitting error of the night for the Huskies.
Husky defense moving well, too, covering a lot of holes where the Panthers want to send it.
Neerman to Van Rokel, up to the front row. That's tight for Brewer. She tips it. Huskies wanted a touch on that ball. No touch is called. So Brewer tips it out of bounds. Point will go over to the Panthers. Another good serve by Perryman. That's kind of a knuckleball. That ball doesn't have a lot of spin on it when it comes over.
You don't know if it's going to go long or not.
Nope. Perryman sets up Meade. Big swing. That went off of the hands of Ashley Brewer and bounces out of bounds. Panthers feeling the momentum shift a little bit in the gym. Perryman serving again. Schmitz to Brewer. Outside to Brewer. Tries to go across court. That went off the hands of Emerson Meade and lands on the line.
Not much you can do about that. That's all just luck on the block.
And then the Huskies turn. They were, a lot of times you do see that go out of the sideline there, but
couldn't have been in by much.
Nope. Outside to Brewer again. Dig by Tuttle. Perryman sets up Kimball. She gets a swing, and that goes in front of Schmitz. Now we've kind of flip-flopped here.
Yeah, once you go on the offense here, both teams kind of in control.
Yeah, once again, from up here, you can definitely see the body language shift a little bit too. You start playing a little freer when things start going your way. Huskies just need to hang in there. Long game, long ways to go. Great dig that time by Tuttle. Munch runs it down. Tuttle will send it over to Neerman. Dig by Brewer outside off the hands of the block that time for Colbaum. Perryman sets up Kimball. She tips over. Dig by Van Rokel. Flipped by Brewer, but that ball goes out past the sideline.
Van Rokel and Brewer there, just a little long out of bounds.
Yeah, Panthers have been on a heck of a run here with Perryman serving. It's either 5 or 6 in a row, I believe.
Answering Schmitz's 4 or 5 or 6 earlier too.
Yep, Perryman serves that one out of bounds. Huskies will get the ball back. Substitution on the Huskies side, number 15, Madison Binger checks in. She replaces Sarah Schmitz. Courtney Brewer back to the service line. Sends that one deep, and that one is out.
I don't know if it is or not, but you always feel like that would be tough. You got the adrenaline going, the juice is flowing, but you can't hit it too hard where, football, you can just go turn it loose. Basketball, you can just turn it loose. Here, you got to kind of stay within yourself when you're serving.
Yes. Tipped over by Kolbaum that time. Mead tips short, dig by Binger. Brewer pushes outside to Kolbaum, off the hands of the block of Mead. And that will be keel number 5 of the night for Bentley Kolbaum.
Some real good hitters in the game here tonight.
Yes.
I like strikers personally, but
that's more of a soccer term, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true, I suppose.
Grandstrom to Perriman. Back set to Kimball. That ball goes out.
Yeah, both teams, when they got the offense here, have really been able to control the game. Keep the serve and you're in control. Makes sense, but obviously,
very offensive-minded teams on both sides of the ball. If you can be aggressive and play good offense, it makes it hard for the other team to get a good pass and stay in it. Sophie Tuttle will get that kill.
This looks like both teams, they get the initial dig on the serve.
And if it's a good pass that your setter can, can get underneath and set it up and get a good pass underneath.
Kill attempt by Ashley Brewer.
Oh, Sophie Tuttle gets her second kill of the night. That was a little out of system ball. Tuttle smartly just punches that over as the Huskies were scrambling there. Mead will take a seat for the Panthers. Grandstrom back to serve. Serve short. Tipped over by Brewer. Dig by Mead. Punched up by Perriman.
Good play by Courtney Brewer.
Yeah, good reaction. That ball kind of came right at her as she was trying to get the setting position.
Just punched it over.
Yeah, throw your hands up. Keep it alive. I mean, that's really all you can do in that situation. Tuttle, the captain, talking to the official here. Like in volleyball.
I think she's asking for the out-of-bounds stripe to be moved out a little bit on that one.
Actually, I think their question was, is Brewer able to hit that ball over? Because Brewer's in the back row right now. And it's legal as long as she doesn't come up above the net. And, I think I've said this many times. We love you, Courtney, but you really got to get up over the net. So legal.
You know what I'd say? I'd say the officials make that decision. Well, maybe we don't agree with it all the time. The other game in Region 4A is Canton and Lennox, also a rivalry type game. Well, it is.
It is a rivalry game, yep.
That kind of.
Set to Heiritz that time. Great tip right over the block of Summervold.
15-13, back and forth.
Schmitz checks back in for the Huskies. Binger will sit down. Close one here on our Jensen Insurance Agency's scoreboard. 15-13 in favor of the Huskies. Set in the back row to Munch. Good dig by Schmitz. Brewer sets back to Schmitz. She'll swing. Dig by Munch. Squire outside to Tuttle. Right between the hands of Heiritz and Brewer. Kill number 3 of the night for Sophie Tuttle.
A final in Region 1A, Groton area 3-0 over Sisseton.
Okay. Tuttle back to serve. Good pass by Schmitz. Pede gets a swing off the hands of the block of the Panthers. Grandstrom sends it over to Olhausen. Roll shot. Kolbaum is there. Heiritz gets the big swing. That went off of the hands of the block of Somerville, but Heiritz on the swing is in the net.
Said earlier about keeping it just inside. That was tough on the DV kids to keep it in. Region 3A, Del Rapids, Madison. That's a good matchup right there.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see that score. Nice serve there by Tuttle. Brewer up to Pede. Able to stay on her side. That was close. I thought she was definitely going in that time. Olhausen hits it out of bounds. Panthers want a touch. They get the touch. Ball goes out of bounds. Coach Loyland questioning that one a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't there right in front of the official, but he didn't change trajectory very much.
No, had to just maybe clip their fingers. And Tuttle sends that one out of bounds. Tied up once again.
And neither team, Huskies not happy with the call before, Panthers not happy with this one. And both of them were very close, I think.
It all evens itself out. Van Rokel in to serve. Pete will sit down. Grandstrom to Squire. Sets up Somervold off the hands of Heiritz and out of bounds.
Nice block attempt there by Heiritz. Just
Substitution on the Panthers side. Meade comes back, as does Stella Carlson to serve. Grandstrom will take a seat, as will Somervold. Nearman to Brewer, pushes outside to Cobom. Big swing, that was close, but that was out. Just out past the end line there.
Near sideline, judge in a nice stance, too, to make that call.
And gets into it there. Carlson again to Schmitz. Back set this time to Heiritz. She tips off of the hands of Carlson. Tuttle gets it over, and looks like Panthers are going to be called for a lift on that by Stella Carlson.
Carlson, the serving specialist. You know what I was? Water bottle specialist. Pretty good. They were always full.
There you go. Nearman now serving as Heiritz sat down. Ashley Brewer comes back in. Big block that time by Ashley Brewer.
Oh, yeah, Courtney's going to say, I had it. I got up there.
Well, they're both there. I each get part of it. It's like a half. It's like a half sack when you show up and just kind of lay on top of the pile.
Courtney's going to say, enough's enough of this. I can't get up with the net business. I've seen her.
Hey, her sister's helping her out. We like that. Squire sets up Meade, big hit. Nearman, good play by Brewer to pop that ball up. Oh, Van Rokel can't quite get it back over the net.
That's tough there, though. That's tough.
Yeah. I mean, Nearman barely got her hands on it, and Brewer wants quick reaction to just pop it up. Van Rokel, try and get underneath that and get it all the way back under the net. So
now you want to get it back here quick, 19-18.
Yep. Perriman and Kimball back in for the Panthers, replacing Olhausen and Squire. That ball goes outside to Brewer. Dig by Perriman. Grandstrom outside to Meade. Off the net. Dig by Kolbaum. Outside to Kolbaum once again. Takes something off of it there. That defense, where we're sitting, we're kind of sitting back behind the end line, and it's kind of a fun perspective to be in volleyball. When she went up to hit, you saw the entire Panther defense shift to her side. She was able to see the opening.
To the backside.
Yeah, you don't need to always hit it hard. Just hit it where they ain't.
That's true.
That set goes outside to Kimball. She'll get the kill. Van Rokel can't quite get there.
Darn, Huskies just want to get one more to be in the position almost now that the Panthers are in, back and forth, up one. Get a stop here right away.
Munch to serve. Brewer to short. Kimball up to Perriman. Sets up Meade. There is no block that time, but good dig by Nearman. Outside to Kolbaum, off the hands of the block of Meade and Kimball. Kolbaum picks up kill number 7 of the night.
Kolbaum is doing a great job mixing, hitting it hard, hitting it soft, hitting it where they ain't.
Pete checks back in. Schmitz will sit down. Kolbaum to serve. Nice pass that time by Grandstrom.
Good dig, yeah.
Sophie Tuttle hits that ball over, dug by Kolbaum. Dig by Munch. Perriman outside to Tuttle again. Off the hands of the block. Nearman keeps it alive. Courtney Brewer runs it down. Push deep corner for Ashley Brewer.
Great job. 21-20. Timeout. Panther.
They'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back.
Quality care close to home. That's Horizon Healthcare in Elk Point. For immunizations and well child visits to family health. We're right here for all ages with convenient hours and timely appointments. Local care for you and your family makes life easier with less travel, greater personal attention, and overall wellness for life. That's Horizon Healthcare's Elk Point Community Health Center.
All right, we're back. Second round of the Region 4A playoffs. 2 seed versus 3 seed. Huskies versus Panthers. The black and the purple versus the black and the blue.
Like versus dislike. We could do this all
We
day.
could do this all
Let's
day.
play volleyball, huh?
The gym gets quiet as Kolbaum serves. Tuttle to Perriman. Outside to Tuttle. Oh, off the hands of the block. Wrong run for Neerman. Able to play it. Courtney Brewer plays that beautifully off the net. Pushed over by Kolbaum. Perriman sets up Kimball. Big swing. Oh, off the hands of the block. Off the face of Binger. That's one of those ones that's oof to my. She was there for defense, and when it redirects that quickly, you can't quite get out of the way.
Good dig earlier by Neerman. Just get it up to get it over here.
And then Courtney Brewer to keep that ball out of the net. Grandstrom to serve. That ball goes over. Free swing for Sophie Tuttle. Sophie Tuttle gets another one. Dig by Kolbaum that time. All the way outside to Peed. Goes short. Dug by Munch. Perriman outside to Tuttle. Oh, off of the hands of Courtney Brewer. Long run for Neerman. Can't quite get there. Good effort, though, by Neerman.
Yeah, I was about to say, if the Huskies get that point in this set, you're going to look back to those two right by the net, and the Huskies being able to not give it to the Panthers, but the Panthers end up getting it here in the end anyway.
It's kind of a weird-looking serve over to Peed that time. Good dig by Perriman. Grandstrom sets up Tuttle. That ball's punched over. Looks like Tuttle went in the net. Huskies tie it up at 22 apiece. Tell you one thing, we knew coming into this it was going to be back and forth.
Yeah.
We've so far seen a big run by the Huskies, big run for the Panthers, and kind of once that evened itself out, we've had very even volleyball going down the stretch here. So Perriman, quick set to Somervold. Oh, off the hands of Heiritz, and Peed, who was trying to transition off the net that time, can't quite get back that way. 2 substitutions on the Panthers side. Perriman and Kimball check out, replaced by Squire and Olhausen. Squire back to serve. Good pass by Neerman. Brewer sets outside to Peed. Great spot by Peed. She's been quiet since those first couple of swings she took.
Coming from there, putting them in the same spot.
She had the 2 right away, and that's only her 3rd kill. So
nobody even moved there, though, on the Panthers side. It's like they were surprised she hit it.
I think so, yeah.
Like, what? Who else was going to hit it?
Schmitz checks back in the game, replacing Binger. Tuttle with the big swing, and Kolbaum can't get there.
Back and forth we go.
Set point opportunity. First one of the night goes over to the Panthers. Tuttle back serving. Tuttle sends that ball into the net. We're tied up once again at 24.
Yeah, kind of had a flow going there, and then stop it.
It is funny. You're in the gym and it's really electric, and then somebody goes back to serve and just hush. Goes so quiet. Sometimes that messes with you a little bit too, I think. Squire sets outside to Munch. That ball out of bounds.
Set point coming up for the Huskies.
Huskies get their first opportunity at set point. Husky fans rising to their feet.
And Rokel on the serve.
Grandstrom to Squire. She sets up Munch. She'll tip. Heiritz keeps it alive. Punched up by Kolbaum. Schmitz just has to play it over. Tuttle to Squire to Somervold. Dig by Van Rokel. Outside to Kolbaum. She'll put that ball away.
The Kolbaum's live where the light up. It's over.
Exactly.
Good job by the Huskies to take set 1.
Kolbaum will get her 8th kill of the night. Huskies will win set number 1, 26-24. We'll take a quick break to hear from our sponsors and be back on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Elk Point native Dr. Devin Penfield and the team at the dentist at Elk Point believe that your family deserves the highest level of dental care in a friendly and relaxing atmosphere. That's why they're happy to provide the community with a low-stress, comfortable dental home. Patients are loving and having the latest technology in a small-town setting. Dr. Penfield and her team enjoy serving such a wonderful community. Schedule your appointment today by calling 605-356-2271.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
We're back with some other matchups around the state in Region 8.
Way out west.
Way out there. Rapid City Christian and Custer, Hill City, Belle-Fourche. None of them have any.
I'm guessing they haven't started.
They have not started yet. That's
it was. I did go through and look at the matchups last night, and it was interesting. There was only, out of the 8 regions, there was only one team that wasn't in the top 4 that didn't make it out of the first round. North Central.
Yeah, you saw that.
Who had a losing record on the season, but played tight. I believe it was it Bennett County they played possibly? Dupree 3 games to 2, real super tight. So
we're played on Halloween.
Did you dress up for Halloween this year, Jeff?
I'm dressed up scary every day. I just went as me.
Yeah.
Fun night though, little chilly.
I dressed as a mom who needs to get home and do some laundry, like
study for
social studies.
Math tests, yeah.
We did that last night. That was today, so
oh yes.
Hopefully that went well.
I think it did. Platte Geddes 1-0 over Mount Vernon Plank. Wagner 1-0 over Parkston.
Okay.
Huskies played the Platte Geddes team up in Northwestern for the championship in that tournament, I believe it was.
That's correct. Platte Geddes, good volleyball team. They've had good volleyball teams out there for a while.
Sioux Falls Christian 1-0 over Baltic. Del Rapids 1-0 over Madison.
And that's a score that will be very interesting, that Madison Del Rapids game, as we
Lennox
move through the night.
Over Canton.
Ooh, bit of an upset there. Upset.
There you go. And these all
like on ESPN. Do we need to get a graphic for a possible upset alert?
Win percentage.
Yeah. Squire gets things started in the second set. That ball goes long. That back corner was open. Just got the ball a little bit back behind her head, so it sailed on her out past the end line. Panthers win the first point of set number 2. Kohlbaum to Brewer to Heiritz. Big swing off of the hands of Somervold.
Yeah, you got to come out. You get that first one now. You want to keep the pressure on, especially if you're in upset mode, which on seed alone here would be an upset. So you want to keep the pressure on that team that maybe on paper is favored to win, and by seed only.
That's correct. Outside to Sophie Tuttle. She'll hit that one out of bounds over the hands of Heiritz. She didn't get a touch on it that time.
And that'd be true for anything. That's why you play the game. It's always going to be just seed only.
Yeah. Regular season is fun, and you do a lot of cool things, but it really just sets you up your seeding points for the postseason. Squires sets up Somerville that time. Off the hands of Neerman. I think Neerman was trying to get out of the way of that ball at the last second. I think it was a late call you're kind of relying on your teammates back there. It might have been a little bit late calling it, couldn't pull off, so it goes off of her and out of bounds. So
I just think anything flying at my face can be hard for me to duck out of the way and not want to grab it.
Served by Tuttle. Tuttle will get the ace.
About to say we didn't have too many service errors one on each side in the first set.
Yeah, a lot of clean volleyball being played, which is what you want to see when you come down to this point of the season.
Sure.
Kohlbaum roll shot short. Oh, Tuttle takes it right back over the net. Tipped over by Brewer. Tuttle to Squire. Outside to Munch. Off of the hands of Heiritz. Schmidt's unable to get there. Munch gets her third kill of the night.
That initial return, you wish you had somebody at the net, drive it right back, but
yep,
just nobody there.
Good pass that time by Van Rokel. Set outside to Kohlbaum. Big swing. Off the block.
I don't think they're going to block her and keep it in bounds tonight.
Not when she's coming at that angle. When she's got that angle and she's able to kind of turn her shoulders, that ball's going to ricochet, definitely not straight back at you.
Yeah.
Squire sets outside to Munch again. Over the head of Neerman. She dodges that one. That was a good dodgeball move there, Hannah.
That's quick.
Wonder if she can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I'm going with yes.
I think so.
Even with
the
no.
Did not see it.
Going here? They called a touch?
They called in the net, I believe, that time. So we go back.
I still think she could dodge it.
Absolutely. Carlson to Squire. Sets up Tuttle in the back row. Kind of a miss hit that time. Off of the net. Lands right in front of Van Rokel, diving for it.
That was in clean? Nobody touched it?
It went off the tape.
But no Husky touched it? I thought it was out of bounds.
Nope, landed right on the line. Carlson will serve once again.
And clearly I had a better angle than the official.
Yeah, we're a ways away, so we obviously have the better angle.
And on the opposite side.
Exactly. Munch with the big swing, and that ball is out.
That was long.
Do you agree with that one?
Yeah, I didn't disagree with the other one. I was just saying I feel like from my vantage point, I mean, looked like it was out.
Ah.
I agree with that one. Of course, that one went in our favor. The other one went against us. I disagree.
Madison Binger now in the front row for the Huskies. Big swing for Meade. Nice dig by Neerman. Binger to Van Rokel. That over the net. That's a kill for Caitlin Van Rokel.
Out of the book, kill Caitlin Van Rokel. I like it. We wanted that in Vermilion.
I was saying we have the Van Rokel special we call in serving, but that's a Van Rokel special. A kill from the back row for Caitlin.
She's getting in the huddle. Set me again, Brewer. Set me again.
Well, that was Binger that set her up that time, so she got to talk to Madison Binger about getting that.
Either way, darn, good for her. Just because that's what I was talking about the last Vermilion one we did.
Yeah.
I wanted to get one.
2 substitution for the Panthers. Perriman and Kimball in for Olhausen and Squire. Perriman to serve. Binger tips that one short. Oh, Sophie Tuttle has to dive for that one. Set up to Meade, short. Binger's there. Kohlbaum pops it up to Brewer. She pushes it over to Munch. Back set this time to Kimball. I think that went off of Ashley Brewer, off of the side of Kohlbaum, back off of Ashley Brewer. That was a heck of a ricochet.
Tough to tell.
That was like a ping pong, just bing, 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 pinning around out there. So kill for Samantha Kimball that time.
Huskies want to get it stopped here right now. That's a good place to start.
Dig by Perriman. That goes, oh man, that was a long run for Hannah Neerman.
And it's out.
Not
good, she didn't get there.
What's that?
It was out.
Yeah, it was out, but man, she went a long way. Yep. She was up covering that attack by Kohlbaum, and not very often do you see a ball hit like that and ricochet and go over and out on the back side.
The kind of power she's sending it.
Yikes.
Good place to go when you need a momentum stop.
Nice way to pick up your 10th kill of the night. Madison Binger able to punch that one over on the overpass by the Panthers. Tell you what, that started with a tough serve there by Kohlbaum.
Yeah.
That was kind of we talked about a knuckleball earlier.
Not sure it that way, but it worked out well.
It sounded weird when it came off her hand, I thought too. So fortunate to make that work in their favor. Oh, big swing by Munch. Brewer and Pete unable to stop that one. 4 kills on the night for Claire Munch. She'll head back to the service line. Brewer to Brewer, sets up Kohlbaum from the back row. Big swing off the arms of Perriman. Kohlbaum's definitely feeling it.
I don't think the Panthers want any part of digging those out, and I think they know it. I mean, mentally, you got to think, you set Cobom. I don't think the Panthers on this side want anything to do with whatever she's sending. They know it.
Smart play by Courtney Brewer. You know, Cobom's got the hot hand right now. Keep going to her. Go right at her.
And the Panthers don't want it, and the Huskies got set one. I mean, you're looking at a long ways to go, but the pressure is, you don't want to go down 2-0.
Nope. Tuttle to Perriman. Back outside to Tuttle. Goes cross court. Dug by Cobom. Brewer sets outside to Pete. Big swing. I think that went off of the block, so Munch had to stick her arm out.
She's on a run. Timeout again coming for the Panthers. No.
Coach Krenz decides against it. Decides to save it.
He says, I got nothing to say.
Well, it's weird. The Huskies feel like they're on such a big run right now. They're only up one here in the second set.
Coming back here a little bit, too. Had to come back, but yeah.
Big swing that time by Kimball. That goes off of the hands of the Husky block and lands out of bounds. Substitution on the Panthers side.
Got to say, emotionally, Huskies playing with a lot more fire and emotion.
Somervold back in for the Panthers. She replaces Emerson Mead. Grandstrom to serve. Neerman to Brewer to Binger. She tips over short. Kimball is there. Perriman sets up Munch from the back row, and that ball goes in the net. Good. That's a really good set play the Panthers ran there. They ran Kimball out like she was going to go hit on the outside to try and clear out that middle, which she did a very good job of. Munch just hit that ball in the net.
You put your hand up, say, I blocked it.
Yeah.
I blocked it. Tip in basketball. Tipped in. I did. I raised my hand.
Binger checks out. Schmidt's now in serving. Good pass by Munch to Perriman. And looks like Perriman stepped over the center line.
In the net on the...
Nope, she stepped over the center line. It looks like she was trying to backpedal and get in position, kind of get that set, trying to stop her momentum, stepped over the center line. Grandstrom to Perriman, back set to Kimball, and that's a kill for Samantha Kimball. In front of Schmitz that time. 2 substitutions on the Panthers side again. Squire and Olhausen replacing Kimball and Perriman. Squire to serve. Neerman pops that ball up. Cobom sets to P right at the net. Who does a great job. Grace tipped that one over.
Yeah, but was it tipped? Did it hit the net on the way over or no?
I don't think it did. I think it was kind of she just kind of tipped it over. Lands right in front of the Panther defense. Cobom says, I got it, Courtney. I'll set it. I think Courtney's telling her, like, no, you go back outside and I'll keep setting it back to you.
Either way, as long as we score.
Exactly. Huskies serve that one out of bounds. Tuttle back serving. Van Rokel to Brewer. Outside to Cobom again. Great dig by Grandstrom there. Holy cow. Munch tipped short. Brewer read it beautifully. And oh, man.
Good defense. Good play right there. Just suck them up and then send it deep.
Yeah, Courtney Brewer knew that she wasn't getting her hands on that and just tipped it back over. Got off the block. Panthers take a timeout. We'll be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
We're back in set number 2. Huskies currently leading 14-12. Huskies won the first set 26-24 in what has been a very back and forth, up and down, big plays on both sides matchup so far, which is exactly what we were expecting coming into the night. We're standing right by that scoreboard, and every time it buzzes, it startles me slightly.
We're on top of the scoreboard.
We are. I like our vantage point up here. It's a good place to watch a volleyball match. You can really see the ebb and the flow of what's going on. Munch with the kill. That's her 6th of the night. Carlson checks in to serve for the Panthers, replacing Summervold. Mead back in the front row. Nearman to Brewer, outside to Kolbaum. Big swing off the hands of Mead, and that's over the head of the back row of the defense of the Panthers. Number 12 on the night for Kolbaum.
That would make my fingers hurt.
Carlson will sit back down. Granstrom back in for the Panthers. Madison Binger checks back in, replacing Sarah Schmitz.
Interesting return there.
For the Huskies. Brewer backs it to Binger. That ball's tight to the net. Munch will get the block. Huskies continue to lead by 1. Perriman and Kimball check in for Squire and Olhausen. Perriman to serve. That ball sails long. Nearman plays it.
Would have been in, though, I think. Barely.
I think you're right. Yeah, our old team was right there, called it in. Kolbaum makes a play. She just kind of had to punch it over, but as they were trying to get out of the net there, yeah, number 12, Claire Munch was called for being in the net. That was kind of an odd one because you weren't really making a play because Kolbaum was just kind of punching that ball over. That's one of those ones that you just, kind of easy point you give to the other team. Munch tips there. Brewer keeps it alive. Brewer sets back outside to Peed. Big swing by Grace Peed.
Looked like it was on the other. It's tough to see. 17-14, another timeout. That's all they got.
Yep, they'll take their second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Get your wellness on track with the Elk Point Athletic Club. With affordable rates and convenient 24/7 access, the Elk Point Athletic Club makes it easier than ever to ditch those stubborn extra pounds and get back on the path to better health. With free weights, machines, ellipticals, treadmills, stationary bikes, and more, you'll find what you're looking for at the Elk Point Athletic Club. Text or email Eric today.
All right, we are back. Huskies leading 17-14 in set number 2. Panthers have just taken their second time out of the set. But as we've seen before many times this year and last year, we still got a lot of volleyball left to play.
I'd agree, but the 2 timeouts like that, it's got to tell you something. Got to get it stopped here now. The Panthers know it. I mean, you got 17-14, long way to go yet in this one with no timeouts.
Kolbaum back to serve. Good serve that time. Passed up by Granstrom. Outside to Kimball. Dig by Nearman. Brewer runs that ball down. Pete sends it short. Dig by Tuttle. Back set Perriman to Munch. No block is there, but Kolbaum gets the dig. Outside to Pete again. Oh, that ball way out of bounds there for Grace Pete.
Good timeout. A point the Panthers you probably think had to have coming out of the timeout.
Yep. And I think Grace was trying to put that ball along the end line, and sometimes when you try and aim it like that, it just sails on you.
And it was long, definitely long.
Munch serving for the Panthers. Brewer back sets to Brewer. She kind of had to run after it there.
Good
plays it over.
To get it in.
Kimball with the big swing. Courtney Brewer cannot make the play. Those are the points that the Panthers needed to get back into this.
Should be another one coming from there. Tough to dig those out.
Yep. Brewer to Binger. She tips that ball over. Kimball to Perriman. Outside to Tuttle. Big swing.
Good block.
Off the hands of the block. Punched up by Kimball. Tuttle with another swing, but she'll send that ball long.
Good block at the net right there.
Yep. Coming out of that timeout, those last 2 points is exactly what the Panthers needed, but the Huskies right there, that's exactly what the Huskies needed to settle themselves back down. They couldn't give up a run and allow the Panthers to tie it up here in set number 2.
Now you want to get a few more knowing they don't have them. Yeah, good kill there.
Big swing that time by Emerson Mead, and she'll pick up a kill.
Back and forth, we're right where we were in set number 1.
That's correct. Granstrom back to serve. Mead checks out. Somerville checks in. On the Husky side, Brewer will sit down. She's replaced in the front row by Heirts. Speaking of Heirts, she gets a swing punched over by Kolbaum that time. Perriman plays it over. Kimball over to Neerman. Oof, I. Good play. Heirts with the
Good
tip
kick.
middle.
Good
Oh, nice
kick.
play by Kimball. Munch will push it over.
Thought that one was down.
Oh, we had Binger and Brewer kind of ran into each other that time. Big swing by Kimball. Off of the net, and that ball's in bounds, and the Panthers are able to tie it up here in set number 2.
That was inbounds before.
Yep.
What, tip or no tip, right?
Yep.
That was inbounds, yeah.
I think it kind of clipped the net there.
Yeah,
that
I don't
net
think anybody hit it.
That net was bouncing a little bit. Served by Granstrom. Neerman to Binger. Kolbaum from the back row. Munch plays it up to Perriman. Tuttle sends it over, and Tuttle sends it out. Huskies regain the lead. Substitution on the Husky side. Schmitz checks in for Binger. Schmitz will serve.
I don't know who made the play on that dig on the Panther side, but that was a great one-handed
Kimball.
dive to keep it up.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
a great play.
number 7.
I thought it was down on Hyatt's tip.
Yeah, great spot, but good play by the Huskies there. Kimball will get a tip that time. Oh, nice play. Good vision by her.
Good thing there, tip.
Yeah, Kolbaum was a long way back on that. She was anticipating a hard swing.
I don't know how you just got to kind of read how they're coming there. There's no real right or wrong place. You just pick one.
You're trying to see what the other team is doing while you're trying to watch the ball. It's a little tricky. Squire sends that ball long. Huskies regain the lead. I think you mentioned that before. We haven't had very many service errors. That might only been like the third, maybe one of the entire match so far.
Only one into the net. Long, probably because it's hard to dial it down when you get moving. You got to calm yourself down and get a good serve.
Van Rokel, who just checked back in the game, now serving for the Huskies. Big swing by Tuttle. That was just in bounds. Husky fans.
Both teams playing the end lines very well.
Husky fans not in favor of that call, but line judges right there all over it. We're knotted up at 20 once again. Tuttle to serve. Schmitz to Brewer outside to Kolbaum, and that goes right in front of Tuttle for Kolbaum's 14th kill of the night. The board only has her for 10, but I feel my stats are more accurate.
Official. You're official. You guys are good and you're failing on the stats. I think Kendall's got official stats in football, too.
Schmitz to Brewer, outside to Kolbaum again. Big swing. Granstrom plays it, but Squire can't run it down for the second hit.
Rotation right there. Feed Kolbaum because the Panthers can't dig it out.
Neerman to serve again. That ball's short.
Good
Granstrom
serve.
runs it down. Good set by Squire. Munch sends it out past the end line.
See, now is when you want that timeout. You ain't got it. You got to keep it on now. Now you keep it going. Nice gamesmanship here. We got to tie our shoe.
It was untied, however.
Finish the momentum.
Granstrom to Squire. That sector. Oh, he was in. She heads that one in the net. Huskies now have set point.
One more to go.
Yeah, huge if they can go up 2-0 here.
Yep. And the Panthers look a little unsettled.
Yep, Husky fans all rise to their feet over here to our left.
Do one more.
Munch, big swing that time.
That won't be easy.
Brewer outside to Kolbaum. She will put that ball away. Huskies win set number 2, 25-20. They take the 2-0 lead. We'll hear from our sponsors and be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Every day, life throws its challenges our way. It might be sitting at a desk too long, or picking up the kids, or simply everyday wear and tear. Over time, these moments can misalign our bodies. The doctors at Heartland Chiropractic Associates understand this delicate balance. Their team of experienced chiropractors doesn't just address symptoms, but seeks and finds the root cause. Call and book an appointment today and discover why Heartland Chiropractic Associates has been voted 2 times the best chiropractic clinic in Siouxland. Insurance in Beersford. Jensen Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
All right, we're back, getting ready for set number 3. Huskies win the first 2 sets of the night, 25-24.
Lennox Canton 1-1.
That's a back and forth. If you remember, Huskies traveled to Canton last year in this round, and it ended up being a 5-setter.
Played a thriller earlier in the year against both Canton and Lennox.
Yeah.
Sioux Falls Christian 2-0, Del Rapids up 2-0.
Forgot to write down the set score, that last one, 25-20.
Landrew up 2-0 over Hamlin. That's an upset.
That will be an upset.
Esterline and Elkton Lake Benton 1-1. We're set 4. Set number 3.
Now, if you're the Huskies, I know the Husky fans, feeling pretty good about themselves, but like you said, we've seen a lot of these Huskies be in a lot of 5-set matches.
Got to start strong, keep the pressure on because they're unsettled right now. Groton win 3-0, and then Aberdeen and Roncalli. That's the same school. They're going to play in Millbank 0-0.
Huskies win the first point of set number 3. Schmitz will continue to serve. Nice play by Claire Munch. That set was super tight to the net. Panthers switched up their rotation here a little bit. They have Perriman in to start the game instead of Squire. Seeing if that makes a difference. Sometimes you get different hitters lined up against different blockers, and changes how you do things on offense. That ball is tight to the net. Brewer will pop it up. Pirates over short. Mead makes a play on it. Back set to Kimball. Big swing. Dig by Schmitz. That ball's tight to the net. Mead will punch it down for the Panthers. Munch back to serve.
Nice crowd. Both loud, exciting volleyball match.
Kohlbaum to Brewer. Up to Peed. Kind of had to retreat a little to hit that one over. Dug by Perriman. Granstrom sends it up to Kimball. Nice dig by Neerman. Brewer, as she was getting to that ball, grazes the net. Or no, she was called for a double hit. I thought she went in the net. That kind of misplayed off her hands.
Yeah, she knew it right away.
Kohlbaum to Brewer. To Hiratz, big swing. And it looks like the Panthers, number 4, Mead was in the net that time.
That's a lot late in the season like this to be in the net, huh?
Yeah, but you got to think you're kind of amped up.
Yeah,
high emotion
just
game.
like
You get a little
before.
too close. You're going up for that block, and as you come down, you're trying to transition. You don't pull your arms straight down. You scrape your arms on the net as you're going by. So Tuttle with the big swing. Off the hands of Hiratz. Looks like that will be Tuttle's 8th kill of the night. So I did mention before the game she only needed 5 more to reach 1,000. So she has eclipsed that mark, at least unofficially by the scoreboard. So congratulations to Sophie Tuttle on that one. That ball by Kohlbaum hits off the antenna, and that is out of bounds.
I wonder how many kills Kohlbaum has for a career.
Yeah,
He's been racking them up this year, that's for sure.
To get some stats from Coach Loyland on that one. Granstrom serving again.
Or Hiratz, for that matter, too.
Perriman outside to Tuttle. Big swing. Nice dig by Neerman. That ball's tight to the net. Kimball gets a swing on it. Staying alive. Brewer will push that ball over. Granstrom to Perriman. Back to Kimball. Dug by Schmitz. Outside to Kohlbaum. Over easy. Granstrom and Munch run into each other in the back row. Big swing by Kimball. That ball goes out of bounds. That is a huge point for the Huskies.
Yes. Who are they calling in there?
So this guy on this side called it in. The guy back there called it out.
No, he called it in.
He called it out right away. This guy called it in. They're giving the point to the Panthers.
You got to request that they meet up. They got to talk. They got to talk. You tell me you can't get together and talk here?
All right. Point to the Panthers. That was interesting because he called it out. I thought it was out on the end line, not on the sideline, but
I didn't either.
Nonetheless, we play on. Tip short that time for Cobom. She'll get the big swing and
well, a little bit of excitement. It got the crowd going.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but Bentley Cobom up in the net like that, nobody's getting to that one.
I know. I've been saying that all night. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to get there.
Grandstrom.
There we go.
Pearman can't get there. That'll be an ace.
I think time for a timeout.
Hannah Neerman. Pirates sat down. Forgot to mention that. Brewer back in the front row. Ashley Brewer back in the front row, more specifically. Pearman sets up Somerville. Dig by Neerman. Van Rokel pops it up. Well, Brewer will send it over short.
Together too.
Grandstrom to Pearman. Outside to Tuttle. She goes cross court, and that ball is inside the sideline.
That one was in. Here a little bit of moment, but that one was definitely
no
controversy
that time. No controversy.
And that far side is the only one I was looking at. I didn't see him down here.
Squire and Olhusen back in. Perriman and Kimball out. Schmitz to Brewer. Back set to Cobom that time. Off the hands of Squire. Long run for Munch. She keeps it alive. Somerville will keep it over. Schmitz to Brewer. She sets up Brewer, and that's a kill for Ashley Brewer. Good spot that time.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, she kind of had to swipe at it to get around the block, and in doing so.
To me, it just seems like I'd hit it, and wherever it goes, it goes.
Binger back in for the Huskies. Courtney Brewer now serving. Courtney Brewer will get an ace. Courtney Brewer's first ace of the evening.
Oh, we got two basketballs, two volleyballs.
Oh, good grief, Jeff. They're not even the same color.
No basketballs out there, no.
Not yet, anyway. Got to wait a little bit for that.
Good serve there, too. Tough
Munch
dig.
to Squire. That ball's way outside. That one off of the hands of Binger and hits the antenna.
Point.
Point for the Panthers. Yep. So that'll be a kill for Tuttle.
Every time I hear that whistle, they're going to serve, I think it is a timeout. I'm always looking. Who called the timeout? Every time.
Brewer to Brewer. Oh, off the hands of Somerville. And over the hands of the Huskies. That was a big play by Somerville in the front row. Panthers got the momentum now. Leading 9-6 here in set number 3.
Huskies work to get it back to 7-6.
Yeah, now the Panthers on a bit of the run here.
Yep.
Good pass by Binger. Back set to Cobom off of the hands of Munch.
Good dig.
Squire sets up Tuttle from the back row, and she'll hit that out of bounds. That's all one of those set plays that the Panthers run where they kind of clear everybody out of the front row, so you think blockers are trying to follow those hitters out. Then you have Tuttle coming from the back row.
It's kind of like playoff baseball. Get a guy on first base regular season, no big deal. Get a guy on first base playoffs, a big deal.
Big deal.
Here, every kill is huge.
Squire outside to Munch. Dig by Cobom. Brewer sets up Brewer. Over to Squire. Tuttle sends it up to the net for Munch. Big swing. That went over there. I couldn't tell which one that went on. That was, usually I can tell pretty good. That one was tough.
I'm not going to lie to you. I have no idea ever.
Claire Munch. She gets her 8th kill of the night.
The one that went for the Huskies was the only one I was sure on, and I thought it was on our side. And it was on Panthers' side.
Stella Carlson gets the ace for the Panthers.
They want to stop the run here now.
Brewer to Brewer to Brewer. She goes line. That goes off of Stella Carlson. That'll be a kill from Ashley Brewer. Tell you what, those ones where it goes Brewer, 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 just makes it easy to say Brewer.
That's true. Well, you want to send it when you when you got the serving specialist in there, you want to send it right back at her when you bring it back over.
Make her play some defense.
Yeah.
Worked in the Huskies' favor that time. Munch to Kolbaum, who pops it up to Brewer. Outside to Peed. Oh, that ball goes off the antenna. That ball was set a little far out.
Yep.
Peed was trying to take that ball down the line, but when it's set that far out, you have to come back cross. Otherwise, you clip that antenna, which is what Grace Peed did there.
It wasn't on the other side.
Yep.
Oh, did it hit on the other side?
It hit the antenna, clipped the antenna. Pyramid, who just checked back in the game for the Panthers, will pick up the ace. And looks like Coach Loyland wants to talk to her team a little bit.
Yep, first time out. Panthers with a little bit of momentum for sure.
We'll be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions. All right, we're back. Huskies trailing in set number 3. Huskies won the first set 26-24. Huskies also win the second set 25-20. Now trailing in set number 3.
Yeah, the first little, what would you say, adversity
well,
the Huskies have seen here.
Yeah, I think this is the biggest deficit they faced. They were down, I think, 3 or 4 in that set number 2, and then they had a bit of a run and able to come back. See if they can do the same here in set number 3. Neerman sends that one over to Tuttle. Perriman sets Mead. She tips off the hands of Heiritz, and Binger can't quite get there. Some of those you almost wonder if it's better if the defender doesn't get her hand on the ball there and doesn't get a block on it.
Kind of like the pitcher knocking it down and it ends up in right field.
Yeah, exactly. Tip short by Heiritz, dug by Munch.
But you're never going to let a ball go.
Sophie Tuttle from the back row, and she gets that one inside the end line. Tell you what, that's the 3rd or 4th time they've run that play.
First time they've executed it perfectly.
The last couple have been out of bounds on that end line, but
and one into the net, but just the execution there was pinpoint.
Perriman picks up her second ace of the night. Her second ace of this rally as well. Now all of a sudden the Huskies find themselves down 8.
Yep. And the Panthers have a little momentum here going, obviously.
Granstrom sets that up for Kimball. Big swing off the hands of Heiritz. Mead pushes it to the back row to Neerman. Heiritz tips over off the hands of Mead. Munch pops it up for Perriman. Back to Munch. Big swing off the hands of Binger and out of bounds.
And Munch got a fair amount of kills here tonight, too. Is that who you said had the 1,000?
Nope, that was Tuttle.
Tuttle got it.
But if you look now, Tuttle's got 11 kills and Munch has 9. Kimball's got 9. Panthers doing a good job spreading the ball around. Neerman sends that one up. Heiritz with the tip. Perriman pops it up. Back to Kimball. Oh, that was off the hands of Heiritz, and Minger can't get there.
Huskies kind of chasing that time, a little unsettled defensively.
Yep, Coach Loyland will take her second time out of the set. We'll be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. Haul with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
All right, we are back with the Huskies facing their biggest deficit of the evening. Currently trailing 18-10. 18-8.
Don't worry.
I was thinking down 10 as I was talking.
I clearly thought that we scored 2 points that I missed. I thought we missed 2, we just came back. Canton and Lennox still tied 1-1. Hey, good timeout.
Good timeout by Coach Loyland. Point to Loyland.
First one in it, that was into the net, correct?
That was into the
down.
net. Binger checks out. Schmidt's back in to serve.
And Schmidt's got us started fast in the first set.
Yep. Grandstrom to Perriman. She sets up Mead. Pirates with the block. Kimball with the swing. That ball goes in the net. Now that's what the Huskies needed.
Yeah, chip away here in set number 3.
Yeah, and honestly, even if you don't make it all the way back here in set number 3, take some of that momentum away from Dakota Valley. You don't want Dakota Valley going into set number 4 with all the momentum either. We talked about that before.
Right, and they're down 2-0. So the closer you get it, the more the pressure shifts to the other side.
Yep. 3-0 run for the Huskies now.
And the Huskies have used both timeouts.
That's correct. Perriman
this time.
sets up Munch. Oh, that goes off of the hands of Heiritz, and that's a tough read for Neerman in the back row. Can't quite make the play. Ball will go back over to Dakota Valley.
I think our production manager has it too easy. Just set up the camera and volleyball, just leave it. At least basketball, you got to move it back.
Next time, you can set up the camera, Jeffrey.
I'm going to talk to Clemens.
Don't talk.
A quick net change and watch the production manager move the camera.
If Caroline's not here, you don't have a show.
I'm sorry.
You did carry the bag up here today, though, so that was nice of you, Jeffrey.
The bag carried me.
Big kill for Meade. 20-11 now in favor of the Panthers.
Yeah, I would agree, though. You want to get it stopped here. You can see their belief is growing here now on the Panthers sideline.
Munch will pick up the ace on the overpass. Kohlbaum to Brewer. Outside to Heiritz. Big swing off the hands of the block of Kimball. She pops it up. Grandstrom outside to Tuttle. Oh, good dig by Kohlbaum. Perriman outside to Tuttle. That goes off with a block. Good effort by Kohlbaum, diving after that one, but can't quite get there. Tuttle's up to 13 kills on the night.
She's not having a bad night herself, but
that ball goes into the net.
For a couple of those for the Panthers.
Yeah. Caitlin Van Rokel checks into the game, replacing Grace Peed. Van Rokel will serve.
10 aces I think. That's good.
That'd be a heck of a run if you go 10 aces in a row. Kimball with the big swing, dig by Neerman. Brewer outside to Kohlbaum. She goes inside, dig by Grandstrom. Dig by Van Rokel. Kohlbaum, big swing off the net. Tell you what, she hasn't missed many of those this evening.
She did miss that. Yeah, you're right. She's been loaded and ready all night long over there. 10 aces is hard when nobody's defending you. We saw that when they had the servers come down and try and serve.
Absolutely, trying to serve into
to serve 10 just on the side of the floor with nobody over there. It's not easy.
All the way outside to Kohlbaum. Oh, dig by Grandstrom, and that goes off the ceiling, which is hard to do in this gym.
That is true. Who was the kill attempt there? Kohlbaum?
That was Kohlbaum.
I believe it, yeah.
Another big swing by Kohlbaum. Oh, out of bounds.
That would have went through the ceiling at Tri-Valley. Been on the top.
Broken a ceiling fan, maybe.
That's right.
Grandstrom back to serve.
What's the ruling on that? Just play through.
Yep, absolutely. Panthers now have set point opportunity. Kohlbaum will push over to Tuttle. Perriman sets up Summervold. He tips it over. Panthers will win set number 3, 25-12.
They knew they weren't going to go quietly if they're going to go.
We'll take a break to hear from our sponsors and be back on Fuller Digital Solutions.
All the best sports shows, all the best games on 101.5 FM and 1570 AM for your college sports, University of South Dakota. For NHL coverage, Minnesota Wild. For NBA coverage, Minnesota Timberwolves. For MLB coverage, Chicago Cubs. And the best games in both college and the pros with the ESPN Radio featured games. Never miss out on the action.
quality care close to home. That's Horizon Healthcare in Elk Point. For immunizations and well-child visits to family health, we're right here for all ages with convenient hours and timely appointments. Local care for you and your family makes life easier with less travel, greater personal attention, and overall wellness for life. That's Horizon Healthcare's Elk Point Community Health Center.
All right, we are back here getting ready for set number 4. We knew it wasn't going to be a 3-setter tonight. Set number 4. In between set number 2 and set number 3, they did have a little recognition, as I mentioned before the game. Sophie Tuttle, number 13 for the Dakota Valley Panthers, picked up her 1,000th career kill. So congratulations to Sophie. Super nice kid. I'm glad in basketball she's on my team.
I have no comment about the basketball statement. I don't know her as a kid, but it's always great when kids can accomplish something like that. I mean, it means you've been playing for a while.
And playing at a very high level
Correct.
for a while,
and your
absolutely.
team sets you a lot, you know, I mean, and you're scoring a lot. So obviously, it wouldn't be a milestone if it was easy.
Yep.
So yes, congratulations to her. No question about it.
Panthers changed up their rotation there for set number 3. They started with Pyramid in the back row. You know, they started with Kimball, Mead, and Munch. Switched it up from the first 2 sets. So you see him going back here in set number 4. Like I said before, sometimes you do that to get your hitters a different look against different blockers, change up the defense a bit. Hopefully the Huskies can make an adjustment now headed here in set number 4. Pyramid sends it out. Huskies will win the first point of set number 4. Grace Peed, well-deserved break. She was in there for that. Good job, Grace Peed. She'll check out. Caitlin Van Rokel will check in.
1-1 Canton and Lennox. I think they went up for lunch at the set number 3.
Yeah, maybe there's no...
That's what you want there if you're the Huskies. You come back out and start quick. You go back in, Panthers feeling good, come back out, put the pressure right back on them.
Mead hit that ball out of bounds. Oh, the Van Rokel special. Saw one of those today.
And
now
the kill
good.
off the net.
Kimball, that ball's in. Schmitz and Neerman both let it go, but that ball was right inside the end line there.
That was in.
Kimball with her 11th kill of the night.
I would not want to be the line judges tonight.
Brewer sets outside to Kolbaum. Big swing off the hands of Mead. Dug by Tuttle. Pyramid sets up Munch from the back row. Nice sliding save by Van Rokel. Heiritz big swing off the hands of Mead. Heiritz will pick up her 5th kill of the night.
Now they did dig Kolbaum there now, but you don't want to say they're getting lucky, but it is fortunate they're keeping them close now too.
That ball's pushed over by Tuttle. Brewer outside to Kolbaum off the hands of the Panther block. Back set to Kimball. Big swing. Nice dig by Schmitz. Ashley Brewer will tip that ball over to Granstrom. Pyramid outside to Tuttle. Oh, off the arms of Van Rokel, and Tuttle will pick up another kill.
And that one's 50-50 if it's in or out if it goes by her. You got to give it a try.
Yep. And you're just kind of sitting where you think she's going to hit, and you go to the side. You kind of got to stick your arms out.
I think it would have been really close, in or out, but I think it would have been in.
Somervold back in the front row for the Panthers. Granstrom serving. That ball set outside to Brewer. She punches it over. Granstrom with the dig. Back set to Kimball. Cross court. Dig by Neerman. Brewer outside to Kolbaum. Kind of an odd ball there, but Granstrom able to save it. Tuttle hits over to Schmitz. Brewer pushes over to the corner. Dug by Pyramid. Granstrom back sets to Kimball. Neerman with the save.
Great volley here.
Brewer kind of slings that ball over, popped up, run down by Munch. Granstrom over short to Schmitz. Set outside to Kolbaum, off the hands of the Panther block that time. Pyramid outside to Tuttle. Neerman punches it up in the air. Kolbaum from the outside, dug by Granstrom. Pyramid back set to Kimball. Dig by Van Rokel.
This is turning into be a massive point.
Outside to Kohlbaum, and Kohlbaum says enough is enough, and as an announcer, thank you, Bentley Kohlbaum. I got to catch my breath after that one a little bit.
Nice plays right there. A couple of them on both sides looked like they could have been out, but
yeah, good defensive
go
plays.
Down, you want to make a play and not by not making one, you know. But I thought both sides had some pretty close, but nice job. Yes.
A hush falls over the gym.
I think they had some question on the lineup possibly, but it looks like it's been straightened out. Binger checks in, Schmitz checks out.
Both stood there patiently waiting.
Yep. Make sure we get everything clerically right here. Courtney Brewer to serve. Grandstrom to Perryman. Back set to Kimball. Oh, that went out. I think that went in between Kohlbaum and Brewer. 2 substitutions on the Panthers side. Squire in for Kimball. Olhausen in for Perryman. Squire back in now. She's serving. She'll be the setter now for the Panthers. Sends it out. Oh, man.
Binger wanted it.
I don't think Madison Binger could have waited any longer to make a decision. That was like, take it, not. I'll let it go.
Right
out.
In front of the far line judge, and it was barely
That's one,
out.
if you let go and it goes out, you're like, see, told you.
It was barely out, but it was out.
Grace P now checks back in. Bentley Kohlbaum serving. Summerfold will pick up the kill there. That went over the bench. He had a young Husky fan running by. Head on a swivel, kids. Head on a swivel.
Well, I don't want to name names. One of our big old linemen was coming after the kid. If I was the kid, I'd rather get hit by the ball than that guy coming at me to save me.
Yeah, I think I'd take the ball, too.
He was coming to save her, though.
He's getting geared up for the game tomorrow night.
He was coming to save her.
Brewer gets blocked that time by Munch. And we are knotted up at 5. Tuttle will head back to serve. Good serve that time. Brewer, Kohlbaum from the back row. Oh, that thing had some smoke.
Bentley.
I thought that was coming up here.
Nice job, Bentley. My hands are stinging just thinking about trying to dig that.
Oyster.
Now you want to kind of keep control here, you know. If it goes to 5, then it's
anybody's game essentially.
In.
Yep. That ball tipped over by Munch. Brewer sets up Pirates, punches it over. Oh, off the hands of Somerville. Diving attempt by Squire. She can't get there. Another one of those plays where you as a back row defender are like, don't touch it.
Yeah, because you're going to dig it out easy. But that's why you tip it, because you make them tap it a little and send it off kilter.
Yep. Huskies able to get their hands, keep that ball on the side. Tuttle from the back row. Oh, punched up by Courtney Brewer. Binger can't make a second play on it.
I think that would catch me off guard a little bit.
Coming from the back row.
Yeah, that's a tough
Kohlbaum
play.
did the same thing on hers.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really expect it.
Mm-mm. Stella Carlson just checked in. She serves, and she serves long. Sarah Schmitz checks back in to serve for the Huskies, replacing Madison Binger. Mead back in the front row for the Panthers. Grandstrom takes her spot in the back row. Somervold will take a seat. Grandstrom to Squire. To Munch. Miss hit that time, and that ball goes out of bounds.
That looked a little miscommunication there. She couldn't follow through. She's going to run into her teammate.
Yeah, I think Squire set her a little further out than Munch wanted that time.
And that would have been not a good.
Squire to Mead. She pushes that ball over. Dug by Schmitz. Outside to Peed. Good block that time, though, by the Panthers defense. Kohlbaum from the back row. Good diving dig by Grandstrom. Outside to Munch. Off of the hands of Schmitz. And that will be a kill for Claire Munch. Number 11 on the night for her.
Similar to the Kohlbaum kill, didn't have as much height.
Yeah. That thing had some heat behind it, that's
Yes,
for
it
sure.
did. don't know how you deaden them.
Yeah. Perriman and Kimball back in the game for the Panthers. Perriman serving. Nice pass by Schmitz. Peed off of the hands of the block. Kimball punches it up. Perriman can't get there for the second play. Huskies will win that point. Van Rocco will check back into the game, replacing Grace Peed. Granstrom to Perriman, outside to Kimball. Oh, Pirates didn't quite get all the way outside that time, and Kimball saw that, so she took it line. Schmitz couldn't get behind it.
Yeah, there when you can't get behind it, you just get out of the way.
Yep, we've seen that a couple times.
It was close, but
Munch serving. Outside to Kolbaum, big swing off of the hands of Mead, off of the hands of Perriman. Crawling attempt that time by Claire Munch. Good effort on her part, but she can't get to it.
There's another one. If it goes by, she probably digs it out.
Bentley Kolbaum, the first player this evening with 20 kills. Back set to Kimball that time.
Good block at the net. Brewer and Kolbaum.
Yeah. And looks like Coach Krenz would like to talk to his team. We'll take a break and be back right after this on Fuller Digital.
Elk Point native Dr. Devin Penfield and the team at the dentist at Elk Point believe that your family deserves the highest level of dental care in a friendly and relaxing atmosphere. That's why they're happy to provide the community with a low-stress, comfortable dental home. Patients are loving and having the latest technology in a small-town setting. Dr. Penfield and her team enjoy serving such a wonderful community. Schedule your appointment today by calling 605-356-2271.
All right, we're back here in set number 4.
Lennox leads Canton 2-1.
That's a bit of a surprise, and we are in set number 4 there. Canton is leading in set number 4. That one will go down to the wire.
Canton again in the same position they were a year ago.
Yep, number one seed, trying to hang on. Actually, I think they were the number 2 seed last year, but
trying to get into the round of 16.
Yep, they haven't been there in a while. Looking to maybe get into that. Granstrom to Perriman, outside to Tuttle. That goes off the antenna. Point to the Huskies. Ashley Brewer back in the front row. As we know, when Neerman's back serving. She sends that one deep to Granstrom. Perriman sets up Tuttle, big swing. Nice dig by Van Rokel. Great pass that time. Brewer outside to Kolbaum, and that's kill number 21 of the night for Bentley Kolbaum. And that got the Huskies fired up and the crowd back into it here.
Long way to go, but the Huskies are inching closer.
Neerman serves that ball over to Tuttle. That's tight to the net. Oh, Mead tipped short. Dug by Brewer. Van Rokel up to Kolbaum. Oh, that went off the net. Punched up by Tuttle. Perriman sets up Kimball. That ball goes in the net. 15-8 now in favor of the Huskies. And Coach Krenz will take his second timeout of set number 4. We'll take a timeout with them, and we'll be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
All right, back here in set number 4. Huskies currently leading the match 2-1. Currently leading set number 4, 15-8. Panthers have just spent their second timeout of the match. Hannah Neerman will continue to serve. Granstrom to Perriman. She sets up Mead. Oh, off the hands of Ashley Brewer. Bentley Kolbaum tries to run it down, but cannot quite get there. Emerson Mead will pick up her 5th kill of the night. She will take a seat as she is replaced in the front row by Cameron Summervold. Grandstrom to serve. Van Rokel to Brewer. Outside to Brewer, big swing off of the hands of Summervold that time. Back outside to Brewer. Oh, off the hands of the Panther block once again. Brewer pushes that over to the corner to Munch. Perriman sets up Kimball. Oh, off the hands of Kolbaum. Long run for Van Rokel. Kolbaum plays it over across court. Grandstrom to Perriman. Quick set that time to Summervold. Schmitz cannot make a play. Off of her arms, and that ball ricochets out of bounds. That was a big point for the Panthers right there. Trying to hang on here. Force a decisive game number 5. Huskies trying to not let that happen. Good serve by Grandstrom. That ball's punched over by Brewer. Grandstrom up to Kimball. Off of the hands of Ashley Brewer. Lands in front of Brewer and Kolbaum on the Huskies side of the net.
It's like both teams have had good position to block. They just haven't been able to do so.
Grandstrom will get another serve here. Van Rokel, long run for Brewer. Outside to Kolbaum, cross court, dug by Grandstrom. Back set to Kimball, cross court. Oh, off of the hands of Neerman and Schmitz, who both went for it. I don't know if that was miscommunication or they're just both heading for it. Coach Loyland will take a timeout to talk to her team. We'll be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
All right, the Huskies come out of their timeout. Still leading 15-12 here in set number 4.
Now you just want to stop the run and then make a little bit of your own, knowing that the Panthers are on their own to get a run stopped here now without any timeouts, and they had to use them early.
Schmitz to Brewer. To Kolbaum, off of the hands of Grandstrom. Grandstrom's kind of had Kolbaum's number the last few times she's tried to hit. That ball goes over back to the Panthers side. Back set to Kimball, big swing, good dig by Schmitz. Brewer sets up Brewer, she tips. Tuttle pops it up. Oh, a little miscommunication there for the Panthers. Summervold sends it over to Van Rokel. Brewer outside to Kolbaum. She tries to go line, but just outside the sideline there.
Don, I was just going to say when you said that before, she just got to switch up where she's going once or twice here, and she tried it. She knows what she's doing.
Yep, she did it.
Just switch it up once or twice. She'll forget to be in that spot the next time.
Nice short serve by Grandstrom. Popped up, kept alive. Good job by the Huskies to make a play there. Perriman to Summervold. Off of the shoulder of Hannah Neerman that time. Well, I think
both teams no timeouts. I think didn't we use two?
Huskies have only used one timeout.
One left?
Yep, they have one timeout remaining. Getting tighter here. Courtney Brewer tying her shoe, getting ready.
I always saw that earlier on the other side.
Brewer sets outside to Kolbaum, goes short that time. Dig by Tuttle. Perriman back row to Munch, popped up by Kolbaum. I don't know I think if Kolbaum would have let that one go, I think that might have gone out of bounds.
Or dug by, but
yeah, that's one of those plays where you just have to make it's a split decision, but we obviously have a better vantage point than somebody down there.
Well, yeah.
But Van Rokel to Brewer. Big swing by Kolbaum, and that ball was close, but that ball was out of bounds. That was out. It was close, but it was out. Husky fans don't like it, but Huskies just need to make a play, stop the momentum here.
There we go.
And sometimes the easiest way to stop the momentum is the other team hurts themselves. Serving error that time for the Panthers.
Panthers done that a few times on the serve. Set one, you had a chance to kind of take control. They put it in the net.
Schmitz checks out. Binger checks in.
Good serve, Courtney Brewer.
Tipped over to Van Rokel. Brewer outside to Kolbaum. Big swing, and that ball is out of bounds. Tried to go line again, and that is open. Just going a little too far to the side. Squire for Kimball. Olhausen for Perriman on the Panthers side. Panthers now leading by 1 once again.
Everything the same next time, and she'll get it in.
Yep.
It's closer this time around.
Yep. She's a good player. She'll make the adjustment. Back set to Kolbaum that time, and that was just a tough play all around. A little miss hit. Squire serves that over to Van Rokel. Tight to the net to Brewer, and Brewer puts that ball away. Ashley Brewer picks up her 4th kill of the night at a very opportunistic time for the Huskies.
Yep.
Grace Peed back in the front row.
Kolbaum back to serve. One of the very few that plays all the way around.
That's correct.
The Panthers got what? Tuttle probably plays all the way, or no?
Tuttle and Munch do, yep. Nearman to Brewer. Outside to Peed, off the hands of the block, dug by Munch. Squire sets outside to Tuttle. Off the play. Oh, stay with it, Huskies. Oof, deny. That was almost the celebrate too early. We saw that earlier this year against Del Rapids. And if I was ever going to see a coach's head explode, it would have been that lady that night. But fortunately for the Huskies, that ball gets out of bounds.
Good block. Great play to get it back over the net.
Munch to Squire. Outside to Tuttle. Dig by Kolbaum. Brewer sets Brewer. That ball's tight to the net. Somerville pops it up. Battle at the net that time. Won by Brewer. Panthers able to keep it alive, though. Outside to Peach. She'll tip short. Squire's there. Granstrom to Tuttle. Off the net. Blocked by Brewer. Dug by Kolbaum. Peed, big swing. Off of the hands of Somerville. Grace Peed. She's up to 5 kills on the night, and the Huskies regain the lead in set number 4.
Way to stay with it, yep. Got to think, though, too, the Huskies just got to keep the pressure on now. It's not a must-win for them. Just keep it on the Panthers here. Good job by Kolbaum.
Nice pass by Granstrom. Back set by Squire off the top of the tape. Dug by Brewer. Nearman pops it up for Peed. Punches it over. Squire outside Tuttle. That ball was way outside. And Binger gets her hands on it, but it lands in front of her.
I don't know how you get them blocked to stay on the other side of the net. You got to get closer to the net, but then you hit the net.
Yeah, you got to try to push your hands over. Push, and then you got to bring your hands back. Yeah.
Perfect. Just didn't get it back on the other side of the net.
Yep. Nearman to Brewer. Pops it up. Ashley Brewer from the back row that time. Cam Somerville with the big swing. Dug by Kolbaum. Play at the net by Munch. Munch will pick up the kill. Oh, Munch just got punched by her teammates. That was one of those ones you're like, hey, you just made a great play. Don't hurt them. Panthers
back and
retake the lead now. Yeah, 2019. Tuttle back serving. Oh, Nearman sets it. Courtney Brewer thought Ashley Brewer was going to get it. She does not. Huskies will take their second time out of set number 4.
You were right, Kristen. You were right.
Yes, let's put that on a loop.
Get your wellness on track with the Elk Point Athletic Club. With affordable rates and convenient 24/7 access, the Elk Point Athletic Club makes it easier than ever to ditch those stubborn extra pounds and get back on the path to better health. With free weights, machines, ellipticals, treadmills, stationary bikes, and more, you'll find what you're looking for at the Elk Point Athletic Club. Text or email Eric today.
We're back. Both teams have used both of their timeouts.
Yeah, I thought we used one earlier, but Kristen was correct. Now, this does not carry over to the house. Now, Kendall does not have to say, Kristen, you were correct.
He doesn't have to say it. He just knows it.
For myself. Lennox and Canton are still 2-1. Lennox leads
Oh boy, Lennox on the verge of a huge upset if they can get the win there.
And they've been playing well, is what I've been told.
Munch, big swing off the hands of Courtney Brewer. Claire Munch, kill number 16 of the night. Or excuse me, number 13 of the night. Tuttle will continue to serve. Huskies just need to get a stop. 1 point here. You don't want the Panthers to get any more here. You got to get a stop. Neerman to Brewer. She sets up Brewer. She'll tip over to Grandstrom. Squire sets up Tuttle from the back row. Dig by Brewer. Neerman to Kolbaum, who sends it over deep, and she sends that one out of bounds.
And Kolbaum, I think, was trying to send it into that no man's land where make them leave it, and then it's just on the line.
And that was just out of bounds as well.
It was close. I think that was the intent, though. She had a good feel to it. That's long.
And Tuttle sends that one out. Huskies within 3. Pirates comes back into the game, replacing Hannah Neerman. Ashley Brewer back to serve. Grandstrom to Squire. Outside to Munch. That one off of the hands of Pirates. Tight to the net. Oh, Munch swings at it, and that goes off the tape. That, as a defense, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do there. That ball just crawled over the net. That'll give the Panthers set point here in set number 4.
And if it doesn't, it comes on this side. It's a big play for the Huskies. It's just a 50-50 ball. Didn't go
Carlson in to serve off the hands of Neerman. Brewer to the net, pushes it deep to Carlson. Squire sets up Munch. She goes off of Courtney Brewer. Hirtz tips it over. Olhausen pops it up. Sophie Tuttle from the back row. Dug by Kolbaum. Pushed outside. Oh, that was a tough play for P. That was too far outside the antenna. Panthers a win. Set number 4, 25-20, and we are headed for.
Every day, life throws us challenges our way. It might be sitting at a desk too long, or picking up the kids, or simply everyday wear and tear. Over time, these moments can misalign our bodies. The doctors at Heartland Chiropractic Associates understand this delicate balance. Their team of experienced chiropractors doesn't just address symptoms, but seeks and finds the root cause. Call and book an appointment today and discover why Heartland Chiropractic Associates has been voted 2 times the best chiropractic clinic in Siouxland. Insurance. Insurance Agency.
All right, we're back, getting ready for set number 5. Here we are. Everything you've done all summer, all season, starting in the sweltering heat of August, comes down to a decisive set number 5 to keep your season alive.
Sweltering heat of August? We're in air conditioning.
Still gets hot in the gym, Jeffrey.
That's true. That's true, especially the air conditioning is off.
Also true.
That's not good then. Yeah, a little excitement here at the end. I know I wouldn't have it any other way.
Nope. This is what high school athletics is all about. Kids making plays, trying to, especially if you're a senior, trying to extend your career here. And as a reminder, here in set number 5, we only play to 15.
And I would have a 3-0 Husky win. I'd be all right with that. Would have been all right with that too.
Nice dig by Neerman. That ball's tight to the net. Mead with the good swing. Kept alive.
Good play.
Neerman will send it over. Oh, that ball's tight to the net. Mead to Perryman. Outside to Kimball. Takes something off. Oh, Kimball took a little off that ball and had that not hit the hands of Natalie Heiritz right there. I think Schmitz would have been able to get to that one. Panthers win the first point here.
That's set number 5. Both teams, you got to keep it close.
Neerman to Brewer to Heiritz. Big swing. Blocked by Mead and Kimball. Panthers take the early 2-0 lead and take the momentum. Neerman sends that ball over. Granstrom to Perryman. Outside to Tuttle. That's the first, I think that's the first block that Heiritz has had all evening. But
that hasn't gone on our side.
A very opportunistic time for the senior Natalie Heiritz to pick up a key block on Sophie Tuttle.
Very good, and it came back quick. Just got to get it stopped, and they'll fly back the other way, huh? Like a fastball, just turn it around.
Nice dig that time by Schmitz. Pushed outside to Kohlbaum. Munch with the dig. Outside to Tuttle. Van Rokel pops it up. Punched over by Kohlbaum. Kimball with the big swing. That goes off the hands of Kohlbaum and lands in front of Neerman.
Now the Panthers are starting to get those digs on Kohlbaum. She hasn't let up at all. It's just a little different on, how they're setting up.
Yep, how they're setting that defense there. Granstrom sends it over to Schmitz. Neerman pops it up for Kohlbaum. She goes deep to Munch. Perryman sets up Somervold, and that's going to be a kill for Somervold. That's her 9th kill of the night. Panthers jumping out early here in set number 5.
Lennox with the upset over Canton.
That's
3-1.
Man, that's 2 years in a row for Canton being the higher seed and getting the upset in this round.
Both times at home, obviously, then if they're the higher seed, right?
Schmitz to Brewer, outside to Kohlbaum. She cuts it inside the antenna, dug by Tuttle. Back outside to Tuttle, sends it over the head of Schmitz. Neerman can't get there. Coach Loyland's going to call a timeout. We'll be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. All with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
I haven't talked to the guy.
All right, we're back. Huskies trailing here in set number 5, 5-1. Remember, we only go to 15 in set number 5. Huskies need a big stop coming out of this timeout.
Yeah, momentum could change quickly. Get a stop, go on a roll of your own. So big time play right here, and if you don't get it, you move on to the next one.
Granstrom with the big ace for the Panthers.
So 6-1 now, yeah, want to get it stopped.
Popped up by Neerman that time. Kohlbaum to Heiritz. She sends it over to Granstrom. Up to Perryman. Back set to Kimball. Oh, that went off the hands of Heiritz. Long run for Van Rokel. She cannot get there.
Doesn't matter where you're at and who you're watching, but anytime you see 4 kids going hard at the ball, that makes me nervous. Just don't want anybody to collide with each other.
Schmitz to Brewer. Outside to Kohlbaum. Off the hands of the block.
Good stop right there.
That's what the Huskies needed. Now they got to push a couple points. They can't let this get any farther away.
And again, you know you're not playing baseball, but the same with 2 outfielders, infielder, outfielder. You just don't want it.
Yeah.
Either way.
Perryman will set Somervold. She tips over to Van Rokel. Brewer outside to Cobom, big swing off of the hands of the block of the Huskies, but
big old 2 hits.
Well, lift, yeah. She kind of swung at it, and anytime your arms are below your shoulders and you have hit it with an open hand, that's going to be a lift. 8-2 now in favor of the Panthers. Squire back to serve. Neerman to Brewer. Outside to Brewer. That was off the hands of Olhausen and out of bounds. Ashley Brewer, kill number 5 of the night.
It just takes a long way to go. Just chip away and chip away. Put the pressure back on the Panthers.
Yep, you can't trade points if you're the Huskies at this point. You got to push a couple every time you have the opportunity. Long run for Summervold. She punches it over to Neerman. Brewer sets up Brewer, and Ashley Brewer. Back-to-back kills.
Platte Geddes 3-0 over Mount Vernon Plankinton. Wagner 3-1 over Parkston.
So far the only upset we have is Lennox over Canton.
Miller over North Central. Mobridge over Stanley County. Both 3-0.
Squire sets up Tuttle, and that ball is in. I think Van Rokel thought she was a little closer to that end line than she actually was.
Winner over Lakota Tech, 3-0.
Tuttle back to serve. Neerman to Brewer. Back set to Cobom. She goes short. Dug by Grandstrom.
There. Good job.
Squire sets up Tuttle in the back row. Dug by Neerman. Brewer sets up Brewer off the hands of Summervold that time. Grandstrom to Olhausen. She goes all the way across the court, and Courtney Brewer gets her hands on it and goes out of bounds. Olhausen, that's her first kill of the night.
Rapid City Christian 3-1 over Custer. Hill City 3-1 over Belfouche. They had to have been playing, or they played in rapid pace. We were started before them.
Yeah, we're gumming up.
We've gone 5.
Say we're approaching up on the 2-hour mark here. Ace for Sophie Tuttle. Panthers now lead 11-4. Coach Loyland will take her last time out of the night. We'll be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
All the best sports shows, all the best games on 101.5 FM and 1570 AM for your college sports, University of South Dakota. For NHL coverage, Minnesota Wild. For NBA coverage, Minnesota Timberwolves. For MLB coverage, Chicago Cubs. And the best games in both college and the pros with the ESPN Radio featured games. Never miss out on the action.
All right, we're back. Set number 5. Huskies trailing 11-4. Huskies got to have a stop here. They got to make a stop on this play.
Yeah, coming out of the timeout. Got to make it happen here. Just early on, the Panthers coming out of timeouts just looked unsettled, and now the Huskies look a little unsettled coming out. And that changed. That could change quickly.
Tuttle to Olhausen, punches it over. Dug by Neerman. Brewer sets Brewer off of the face, I think, that time of Grandstrom. Much needed point for the Huskies there.
It's like hitting a goalpost in football. I think that should be worth extra. I think it just tied up 11-11.
Van Rokel checks out. Peed checks in. Cobom back to serve. Munch to Squire, back to Munch.
Good
big block at the net by Ashley Brewer.
There you go.
Well, Huskies had to make a play, and Ashley Brewer has made 2 very good ones back-to-back.
2-3 blocks now the Huskies got.
Good serve by Cobom. Grandstrom pops it up. Squire sets up Munch off the hands of Binger. Brewer sets Brewer off of the hands of Summervold, and Ashley Brewer. 3 big plays in a row. She gets her 8th kill of the night. Panthers take a timeout. We'll be back right after this on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Quality care close to home. That's Horizon Healthcare in Elk Point. For immunizations and well child visits to family health, We're right here for all ages with convenient hours and timely appointments. Local care for you and your family makes life easier with less travel, greater personal attention, and overall wellness for life. That's Horizon Healthcare's Elk Point Community Health Center.
We're back. Set number 5. Panthers just called their first time out of the night. Huskies on a little bit of a run here. Looking to continue that run coming out of the timeout. See what we can do here.
Just giving the production manager a bad time. He said one time she's screaming at us, we're back. The next time we got nothing. Just gotta stay on our toes.
Gotta be on our toes.
Yep. When she wants to be quiet, she run a commercial.
Grand scrum to Tuttle to Munch. That went right between the block of the Huskies. Outside to Pede. Big swing. Oh, she hits it out of bounds though. Meade back in the front row for the Panthers.
There you said last time out, so coming out with just the opposite. Huskies were upbeat. Panthers a little down.
Carlson to serve.
So you want to go right at her now. Make her play some D.
Pushed over, yeah. And it looks like the Panthers were in the net that time. Number 12 called for in the net. That's Claire Munch. Pirates back in the front row. Ashley Brewer back to serve. And she sends that ball into the net. 13-8 now in favor of the Panthers. Kimball and Perriman back in, replacing Olhausen and Squire. Ashley Brewer will take a seat. Hannah Neerman in the back row again for the Huskies. Perriman to serve. Neerman to Brewer, outside to Pede. She punches it over. Dig by Tuttle. Perriman outside to Munch. Big hit that time, but blocked by Natalie Heirts.
Now we're getting that block figured out there now.
Yeah,
that's a couple coming from this side.
First 2-3 sets, we didn't see very many of those. You know, Panthers did a good job hitting around those blocks, but they've hit right into that block now a couple of times.
I always saw them get blocked just for getting down on the net on both sides.
Yep. Schmidt's back in to serve. She replaced Madison Binger. Meade tips that ball over, dug by Brewer. Kohlbaum will send that ball over to Kimball. Perriman sets Kimball, big swing, dig by Kohlbaum. Brewer outside to Pede. I think that went off of the net. Yeah, shoot. Right away, the Panthers started saying they didn't hit it.
That's 4 hits then.
Yep, it ended up being 4 hits. And it is very loud in here. Can't hear the whistle.
Yeah.
Panthers now have match point with Munch serving. And Munch will end it on an ace for the Panthers. Panthers win set number 5, 15-9. Panthers will win the match 3-2.
Great effort by the Huskies. Started strong. Tonight played the Panthers, 3-1?
3-1 early
in the year, 3-2 earlier, and gave the Panthers everything they wanted and a little bit more at times. Tough loss in a rivalry. Tough way to end the season.
Set scores of the night. Huskies won the first set, 26-24. Huskies won the second set, 25-20. And then dropped 3 consecutive sets to end the match, 12-25, 20-25, and 9-15. And unfortunately, it's that time of year when a loss means the end of careers. So we got to say a big thank you to the Huskies seniors this year. Hannah Neerman, Grace Pede, Avery Norris, Madison Binger, and Natalie Heiritz. They've played a lot of good volleyball for the Huskies over the years.
And the managers, Ella Hayes, Terry Moreland, Ainsley Genslinger.
So that'll bring the Huskies, their final record on the season will be 25-10. So good job to the Huskies. Thank you to the crowd tonight. It was definitely a very fun atmosphere. Not the way you want to see it end if you're a Husky fan, but they played hard. They made it fun. They've been fun to watch all season. I don't know about you, but I've had a good time calling these games all season. They're a fun group to watch, great group of kids. A lot of cool things that the volleyball program did this year, Volley Pals, things like that, getting the youth involved. So thank you to Coach Loyland and her staff for that as well.
Yeah, I see them in a little different light too in the classroom. Out and about working with the younger kids. They're a class act, to say the least. The seniors are a phenomenal group of kids. They'll go and do many things beyond the volleyball court for sure. They got lots of things left in their high school careers. The team did a great job all year long. Great to kind of talk volleyball with them when you see them in the hallway doing things. Just going to be tough. Tough way to end, especially when you got a rival like this on the ropes, and you always kind of sit back and then think, what could have been, but nothing to hang your heads on for sure. Give them a good run, fun season, some big-time wins throughout the season. You look back at the growth of the team from game 1 to now. You've got to say there's a lot of growth. Good job by the staff. The kids, I've had fun, even though missed some for cross-country stuff. It's certainly been fun to watch them improve. So tough one tonight, but fun season. Nothing to be overly disappointed about. Obviously, there's going to be disappointment when it comes to an end, but congratulations to all the ladies, the managers, coaches, everybody behind the scenes on a great season, and thank you for the fun you provided for all of us.
Yeah, gives us something to do. And it's fun being in the gym, being around young athletes, watching them perform, and congratulations to the Dakota Valley Panthers as they move on now to the SODAC 16. They obviously won't know their opponent until after all the games have concluded this evening, so good luck to them on their quest to make it to Rapid City to the state volleyball tournament. Fuller Digital Solutions will be back with y'all tomorrow. I just said y'all. Apparently I'm from the South now. We'll be back with everybody tomorrow as the Husky football team travels to Winner, South Dakota, to take on the Winter Warriors in the Class 11B semifinals.
I like how you threw in there South Dakota. Just in case. I mean, we could go everywhere.
You never know. You never know. You play where they tell you to play.
That's true.
Which should be a very exciting match. Jeff and Kendall will be back on the call tomorrow. Caroline is making her way out there as well. I will be enjoying it, listening to your broadcast.
Well, that's good. I enjoy the game.
So
it's like here,
safe travels to everyone as they head out there, and good luck to the Huskies. And like I said, thank you for a great season of Husky volleyball here on Fuller Digital Solutions, and hopefully they have me back next year.
I don't know why not. I don't get to make that decision. I mean, you're asking like it's my decision.
Throwing it out there just in case anyone's listening.
Not my decision, but as long as the team is back, we've got a team of volleyballers, which we will. Somebody will be back. We'll be around. It's fun. Just a sad night. You just can't say enough. And any time like this, the right words that just aren't. But it was a fun match tonight, a fun season.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Anyway, on behalf of myself, Kristen Hansen, Jeff Newharth, producer Caroline Raymond, thanks for watching Husky Volleyball on Fuller Digital Solutions, and have a great night.